Welcome back everyone to the channel. I have some new gardening friends, and if you saw my video on saving pepper seeds, I had a few questions about sunflowers. Now, mind you that this doesn't look the greatest, so don't get scared. There is a sunflower head, almost bigger than my head. Looks a little gross, looks a little nasty, but I'm going to show you how to save the seeds on a sunflower. Let me come a little closer. I am using the new tripod, and honestly, I'm getting used to it, but I like it a lot. You'll see that video, well, you probably already saw that video on the unboxing of the tripod, so I wanted to mention that real quick. UV size, it's a great tripod. So let me bring this a little closer. So, this is a sunflower that I harvested. Now if you go like this, see if you can see that, if you go like this with your finger, when it's completely dried out, you will expose the seeds underneath. So basically, maybe this might be a better shot right here. There's a part that I started, where's my finger? Oh, there it is. There's a part that I started scraping away, and there's the seeds. And you can save all those seeds for next year. You just run your finger over it, let it air dry. This one got wet from a really bad storm here, and as you can see, it's perfectly fine. So you let it dry, preferably in the sun. When you harvest it, the head should be completely drooped over and already dried out, but I, like many other gardeners, cut it out earlier, like take it down and take it home or wherever you're staying, because if you don't, then the birds will get in there and take all those seeds out. So you just want to scrape away this part right here, and then you'll basically just do the same thing to get the seeds out. So, let's see, I'm gonna rub my finger, see if I can show you some of the seeds. I mean, it takes a hot minute to get all the stuff off the top of it, and it will expose the seed. And you can get a lot of sunflower seeds from a sunflower of this magnitude, which it's pretty ugly looking, but yeah. So you just can do it over a paper plate to get these little parts off. Just like I said, just use your finger, and then the seeds literally, like I said, will come right out with no problem. Okay, so what do you do then? Grab my little baggie. Once you cut it down, you let it dry, and you'll know it's dry because the seeds should come out pretty easy. You can store them in a bag like this type of head. I'm going to store them in this. Last year, I actually stored my sunflower seeds in like an old bread bag. Truth, wasn't sure if they were any good, and where I'm staying, I put some around and they all germinated. Let me show you this sunflower, which comes off of like a Russian sunflower. Gives you a bunch of little heads. Let me bring it in a little closer. It's pretty ugly looking, but you will basically just do the same thing. Take the fuzzy part off the top. This will be the first time I'm doing this type of sunflower, so we will see, because it's starting to look like that may be the seeds. That is very interesting. Okay, so unlike the big sunflower, this sunflower has these itty bitty, I don't even know if you can see it, that's actually the seeds right there for the Russian sunflower. So each sunflower is a little different, but fairly easy. It's my first time with the giant Russian one that gives you multiple heads. But when it comes to a big sunflower, like I said, I have some new gardeners following me and basically wanted to know how to save the seeds on a sunflower. So like I said, just take your finger and take off all the outer layer until you can get to the seeds like that. So I guess maybe not everybody knew how to save sunflower seeds, which is a-okay. I didn't at first, but you'll end up with so many sunflower seeds from a head like this. Then you may not have to save every year. I have a lot of sunflowers down at the garden center. It's a little windy here, sorry about that. So there are different types, so I'm going to save all the seeds from this one and then like 2 or 3 other sunflowers that I have down at the garden center. But I wanted to just hop on and show some newbie gardeners that have been asking me some questions on when do you know how to harvest a sunflower. Let's go over that. So the head will be like this, drooping. It'll be green and all in the back. No, because when you let it hang and it's all, well, they automatically hang. It'll be all green on the bottom. It's not really ready. It's ready when it's ugly. That's how I explain it. You can leave it if you don't have a problem with squirrels or chipmunks or anything like that in your area, or the birds. But if you want to save seeds, you're going to have to harvest it while it's still green and droop down on the plant like this. Then you're going to have to put this into the sun and let it completely dry out, get really ugly looking. And then, like I said, you just rub your finger over it, take the little things off the top like such, and expose the seeds. It's easier to rub your finger, get all this off if you're using a paper plate. I mean, I'm outside, it's windy, and just clear off the paper plate when you're ready to start doing the seeds. So quick video on how to save sunflower seeds and when do you know it's done. You'll know it's done, like I said, when it is super ugly. That's the best way that I can explain it. Like I said, a lot of people will leave them. I've done it a few times on the actual plant like this, and then went back to it. I actually have a picture. If you follow me over on Instagram, it's amazing actually. But the birds do get to it and they start picking out the seeds. But I got to it when they did like a little heart in the inside of my sunflower. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go over there and take a look at that. That's pretty awesome. But I was able to get it down fast enough to save the seeds from that. And then I'll leave a few for the birds. Why not? Help the wildlife out too. So that, my friends, it is super ugly. It's dried out. It's even been rained on. And this is perfectly fine. This is how it should look. And like I said, just rub your finger to get all the little fuzzy things off the top. Like that. And you'll expose the seeds to the sunflower and you just pick them all out. So for my new gardening friends, I hope that that was helpful for you. This is making a mess, kind of windy here today, and I am going to pull all the seeds out and save these seeds. I think this was just a regular sunflower. It was a mammoth sunflower. So I'll have more sunflower seeds for next year. And maybe you don't like sunflowers. You can still save the seeds and put them in a bird feeder and feed the birds for the fall and winter. So it's just a super quick video on how to preserve sunflower and save the seeds. Like I said, you can use, if it's a smaller sunflower, a baggie this size or a baggie this size, which I know is what I'm going to need. So that is today's video. I hope that was helpful, and love you guys very much, and I will see you on the next video. Bye everyone.